Hi there, this is Pam from Jesusjunkjournals, and I just wanted to show you real quick what I'm working on. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I did this fabric page, and I put a page inside of it just to give it structure, and stitched it on, frayed the edges, glued these, the twine, raffia, whatever you want to call it. So now on this page, I stitched one of my pockets from my add-on kit. And over here, I'm gonna do the crisscross with bias tape to hold a couple of cards on. So I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm just sewing them on. I'm sure you could glue them, but I'm sewing them since I've got fabric. So I'm just tacking them on each edge, and so I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and then I will be back. All right, so here I'm back, and I went ahead and stitched these on, and I did take Fabri-Tac glue, and I went around all the edges and put a little bit of glue on there just to hold it extra securely. So this will be like those bulletin boards that you see, and you'll be able to just put tags or whatever, poke them in there, and let those ribbons hold them in place. And so now I'm gonna move on and work on these tags. I've got all these tags. Sorry about that. There was an Amber Alert that came on my phone right when I was doing the video, but anyway, so I'm going to take these tags and work on these now. And I've glued these together. In my kit, there was a set for the back and front of these, or you could use them separately, but I went ahead and glued them together. And now I'm going to punch the holes and put some of these on, and so on and so forth. So let me get that all pulled together and I'll be back. Okay. My dogs are wanting attention, of course, right? Somehow they managed to get through the gate and upstairs. So, no, go on. It's all right. Go on. So I bought a crocodile. I had one of those kits that you put the rivets in. Cannot think of the word. I don't know what my deal is. The eyelet. There's another word for it. Anyway, I bought a crocodile. I had the kit where you take the hammer and you set it, and it's loud and, you know, weird because it's loud. So I thought, all right, I'll buy the crocodile. Well, it's very expensive to me for what it is. So when I got it, I'm like, this is it. And, you know, it's got the 2 punches on it, which also don't seem like they work that great. I don't know. I'm not on board with this thing completely. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I looked at the instructions. I think I'm using the right setting, but I did some again to practice again, and the fronts look okay, but the backs are pretty ugly. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, and you guys can watch what I'm doing and tell me, oh no, you're supposed to do blah blah blah. So if that's the case, I hope you will make comments and let me know. But meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and use this thing and punch the holes and stuff. I made a mark where I want them. And I do like that you can see through it. Like it's got a hole right here so you can see exactly where you're punching. So I do like that. Maybe this thing will grow on me. So, and these, I noticed it didn't punch very well on the thinner, like if it was just one layer of cardstock. But now that this has 2 layers, it does seem like it makes a nice clean punch. So maybe that's part of it. But oops. I guess it's just I like it that it's quiet. That's nice. But some of these I was going to do the paper ring around it. And I have these that I've already taken the vintage photo distress ink and rubbed on them so they look old. And so I'll go ahead and did I use the big one? Okay, hang on. I'm going to use a regular hole punch and repunch because this makes a bigger hole, and that's more like what I need if I'm going to do the paper. Yeah. So the ones I'm going to do the paper circles on, I'm just going to use a standard hole punch like you can get in any office supply store. And I think I'll do 4 of those like that. And then put the paper circles on. Yeah, that looks more like how it should look. Getting the bird's beak on that one. I like these little reinforcement rings. They're cute. And I just add that little extra touch to make them look like shipping tags. That came out nice. Okay. All right, so those are ready for some ribbon or baker's twine or whatever I end up putting on them. And then I poked the little bitty holes in these two, and I'll just put some ribbon or string on those. And I need to do the backs of those. And then these, I'll go ahead and do this crocodile and hope it works out. So it looks pretty on this side. It looks all right on that side. And I don't know which side I want to look pretty. I guess I want the words because I'm probably going to put them in there where you can read them. I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky, but I want both sides to look nice. My dogs are going nuts. I'm sorry if you can hear those, hear them. They're over there playing with each other and causing a ruckus. We took them to get their toenails. Oh my God. Peyton, shh. Got their toenails cut, and now they're all rowdy. I don't know if they feel better, because I don't know, but they're all riled up. Okay, so I got those. That one's just going to have, oh wait, no, I was going to, will a ribbon fit in that? I'm going to put a ribbon in that one too. Okay. All right, so those are the tags. going to go back over them and trim them down. I glued them together and they're just a little offline. I'm going to trim them down just a little bit and then hit them with the Distress ink. Tried to line them up straight, but they're not perfect. So, oh, and so also an update on my Thought Life journal. I got to looking at it last night, and it's so fat. And I was laughing online. They were talking about, they call them fatty patties and a crocodile mouth or whatever. Anyway, it's going to be huge. This journal is going to be really fat because I put all the kits in it. They all coordinate with it, and so I got them all ready and used them. But I'm going to split my 3 signatures into 6 signatures because every time, you know, every signature that's the fatter it gets, that every page you wrap around it is going to be shorter. It'll start to get shorter and shorter because it's wrapping around that whole thickness. So it's still fat, but on the it'll line the pages up better. So anyway, all that planning of the signatures, I think it was still helpful because it helped me coordinate the colors as I went. When I decorated things, I was able to do the decorations and the colors that matched. Shh, wet. And anyway, so that's all for now. So anyway, back to these tags. I clipped the edges where I had glued them together and they didn't quite line up. I clipped those back. And even though I had done the distress inks on the edges, I wanted to go back in and make them nice and dark on the very edge. And get them good and distressed. I don't want to go in really far. I just want that edge to be nice and dark. And so then, of course, I try to shoot and I get an Amber Alert. So it's just been kind of a crazy little day here. Okay. Oh, this one. I went ahead and put this jute on these small tags. It's a smaller jute that I got like at Hobby Lobby, and I just think that looks appropriate. And I'm looking at these tags and I'm thinking, what color do I want to put on them for ribbons and things, and what do I have on hand? But I have some of the sari silk that you can get like on eBay. If you look for sari silk, it's ribbons that women from India, very poor women, they go to the sari factories and they take the cuttings that are left and they sew them together and make ribbon out of them. And you can get, they're beautiful colors, or you can get just plain white or cream color, which is what I have. And I know you guys have probably seen the video on Ken Oliver's. I keep talking about Ken Oliver's. I know you're sick of hearing about him. The paint that's in the little bottles that's powdered, and you wet it and it explodes. Well, there's an indigo that I just can't get enough of on there. And so for this tag right here, I have a big one. I think I'm going to dye a piece of that sari silk with that indigo paint, because I think it'll match perfectly and look really pretty. Plus I wouldn't mind having a little bit more of that just on hand. I showed you the fabric I did with that, but I haven't done any ribbon yet, but I'm sure it'll work great. Okay, so that was my last tag there to touch. So I'll show you. Let me get this sari silk and I'll show you what it looks like. I wound it up into a ball, but this is how it comes. They just take these scraps of silk and you'll see every so often there'll be a little seam where they've stitched them together. Let's see if I can find one. Right there. So see, here's they just overlapped it and then sewed it. And you see these on a lot of journals. They take them and wrap them around the journal to keep it shut. You just wrap it around like 2 or 3 times and then tie it in a bow if you want to. So anyway, enough about that. I am going to go and dye some of that for my tags. Okay, I wanted to get this, what I'm doing. I took the sari silk and cut a little piece and put the Ken Oliver Color Burst Indigo. And of course, I need more water in my bottle. But I'm letting the sari silk soak it up. That might actually be enough water, but so I'm just gonna mop it up. Now my hands are gonna be this color. Oh well. Okay, so that will give me that nice rich blue, dark blue color for those. Just let it dry. All right. So that's that.